Hi everybody, this is Martin here, founder of iVSAChart, and coming with you another market outlook for week ending 30th of November. As usual, we normally put out our disclaimer to really sort of let you know that these are for illustration purposes and educational purposes. So if you do need to seek any advisors, please seek someone that is licensed. All right. Now let's look at the 29 November headlines. Definitely really one that really sounds out is the Bitcoin hitting 11,000 and guess what? Making a U-turn and then plunge back almost 20%. So it's really neck-wrecking for those people who really want to trade the Bitcoin in here, not for those who have a faint heart over there. You know, one-day movement, 20% up. But do remember, beginning of the year, it was only around, I was told around 1,000. Now it hit 11,000. That's a lot of price gain. So no surprise if the stocks goes up 20% and then come back down 30%. Another US tech sector in the US NASDAQ, we did see the market go down by minus 1.2% that we have. So we saw the major sell-off that we have for the FANGs, stand for Facebook, Amazon, Netflix, and Google. This is a sort of definition which is coined by Goldman Sachs, which they did with Brickstone. They have another FANG. But the US tech stock has also prompted some of the Asian tech sector to also undergoing profit taking too. All right, now last week we have the 17th of November, we do have the Bank Negara releasing the GDP report, which is fairly surprising on the upside, 6.2% GDP, but that has also failed to lift up the KLSC in here. But no, I'm going to show you the chart next, the iVSA chart, but the market has sort of bottomed out around 1760, which is a good level to see. Despite this kind of news, you know, a lot of people are asking, why does this rally? Is it because of the general election 14, or maybe some hidden underlying obstacle that we do not see in the macroeconomics in here? The STI is testing the 3,450 price level in here, lifted up by the banking sector, which is also likely to raise interest rate hike by Janet Yellen, the US FOMC, sometime in December. So take note of that one. All right. Now let's look at the iVSA chart for the Dow Jones in here we have. Now remember the week before, let me just go back here again. We have the red diamond in here, and nice one, really cutting back and around 2,300. Now remember, every time when the market wants to go higher, there is always likely we have seen this kind of a wash, because what happens, smart money or bulls don't like riders, or the smart money don't like riders. They like to wash them out and before they go higher. So take note of it. And that's why a lot of people see this kind of corrections are very neck-breaking and won't go in. But remember, any pullbacks by one of the economists that I came across also, so any pullback that you see, it represents a buy opportunity, and that's very sounding. So keep that in mind. NASDAQ, remember we saw the US FANG. Let me just write this out, sell off. Okay, and that's referring this. That's what we got, this red diamond sell off in here. But there were many sell off that we saw, one here and one here. Very important, it's still trading above the 50-day moving average. That is around 6,650 level. So keep that in mind. I don't think this market is going to break down. The bull is still intact. All right, let's look at the next one, which is the KLCI. Not that great, even despite the 6.2% GDP growth. Right, market is still trading in a downtrend. Okay, so you can see here as I draw this. This is still in a downtrend. We have a sort of beginning possible a stage 1 reaccumulation. Right, don't give up yet. Typically in December month, we do see this market rallying. However, market need to break back to the 1760 level in here. That Maybank, you know, the big one, TMT, Maybank, Telecom, and Tenaga need to move up. Now remember, on November 30th, I believe Hatta and Press Metal been added in here. That's why we saw Press Metal and Hatta did make a very substantial move up there in here. But hopefully we will see a rounding base around here, and market do mark up. Perhaps a green diamond will appear for a buy. Now, going to the SGX across the causeway, very nicely done. We saw very similar to the Dow Jones movement. We have a red diamond, a minor diamond in here, definitely testing above 3,460 level, which is oncoming soon for that one. So Singapore doing well. The mid-cap stock also doing quite reasonably. We have the possible a distribution. If you have a red diamond in here, this is what we call, could be a stage 1 or a stage 3. This is definitely a stage 2 markup. Do we going to see a breakout from here onwards for the mid-cap stock? Definitely if Dow Jones go above 24K, which we talked about earlier. Those of you who watch our market outlook in the earlier episode, you will see 24K, which is the Bruno Mars song, 24K. All right. Now the Hang Seng does look pretty solid in here. We have the minor major diamond continue to go upwards. Definitely when the market climb higher, there will be a lot of skepticism about how high this go, but I do believe the bull is intact, and going forward, any pullback represent a buy level in here. So let's look at the top leader, gainer and loser for KLSE and SGX. First one we have in mind is SGX, which is the Samurai 2K aerosol. From the so-called minor major diamond that we see here, it moved up very nice, about maybe about 3 weeks, less than 3 weeks, a 21% move for that one. And let's look at the loser, High Flux. Definitely we have the red diamond here. In here you have many days to exit before this thing plummet around 22.4% drop on that. So those are one of the main loser for the Singapore market. On the big gainer that we saw on the KLSE market, definitely Inari Marathon taking a cue from the US techs, which move up a lot here. Again, the minor and major diamond, take note of that one. That's the one that very nicely done, and also the no supply. Now, those our member would know the NS system, the no supply system. That's the one you want to really pay notice on that one. So watch our member stock pick. That's one of the stock that has this NS no supply system. That's really move up very nicely. Inari 13.8% up. Now looking at the top 1 week loser KLSE is Opcon holding in here. By the time the red diamond would have appeared, you could have got up somewhere around here. You would have avoided the 22% plunge on that one. Again, this kind of stock sometimes, if you see that it represents a lot of red directional meaning, shorting, and then there was a green diamond in here, but do take note, according to our ATA rule, this was not triggered, no buy signal. Now again, we're going to be looking at our model portfolio, which has gathered a lot of interest from our members as well as the public. It is an iVSA Robo Auto Trade Advisor, simply following the signal to buy one of the great dividend stocks in here, the FADDO. Check us our website here or contact us. You can find out more about how this thing works. And this is the Robo Auto Trade Advisor in here. So far, as of 29th of November 2017, it's not doing too well, that's for sure. Now, if you look here, we have reduced the position of Syscom because there was a loss after carrying in here. So we reduced that half a bit. As you can see, the portfolio will do change in now according to our rules, which is the automatic rules. Robo are trying to pick up and also exit. So that way, no emotion. And the key point of the model portfolio here is to beat the CI. Definitely right now, it's not doing too good. If you compare that, the KLCI is only down 1.1. This thing is down 3%, but it's still a very modest gain. So far, we haven't seen any big winner from in here. Cogen and Silver Lake are still in the early stages. But do remember, this portfolio only started on the 25th of October so far, right? Just take note of that one. So that's all we have. This is Martin in here. Do contact us. My contact number just below that. And for those of you who is watching for the first time, do click on subscribe to our YouTube channel, iVSAchart, or visit our Facebook, also fb.com/iVSAchart.com. Thank you very much for watching. Happy holidays, and I'll see you again in another episode of Market Outlook from iVSAchart. Thank you.